We're here to talk through this consecutive pair Sudoku by Rajesh Kumar called E3 for this symmetric dot pattern. One thing that stands out is all these dots are on horizontal edges, so edges that separate two vertically connected cells. And some larger series sort of draw your eye right away. So the left side of the E has 4 digits that must be consecutive, and this whole column, if you look at the leftovers, has 2, 3, 4, 5. That's one set that has 4 digits in a row, and then has 7, which is on its own and can't be near a dot. So one place for progress is right over there. Another might be looking in this column, which has 4 through 8 missing, but where that's a continuous series, there's not as much we can say about what's over in these cells, except for the fact that 4 or 8 on the extremes must be left in this missing cell. If it were 5, 6, or 7, you would now break apart the option of having 4 in a row. So some observations like that come from this column. Last column I'll just do quickly, but this is one that, again, right at the start has some easy information around it. This has a 2 set, another 2 set, and a 3 set. And what's missing is 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 4 in a row, and 7, 8, 9, which is 3 in a row. And so if you break apart 2, 3, 4, 5 to be in the middle here, you'd leave a singleton, and 7, 8, 9 couldn't fill both of these as well. So the only way this works is to have 7, 9 in the center as a group of 3, and then 2 of 3 and 4 of 5 as the remaining pairs. And so some things you can do just based off that, or mark some of these cells in this way. So thinking then of some other deductions you can do from that, well, we might as well do a little bit of Sudoku right now, so you have to put a 1 in here. Let's think through this region and see if we can actually deduce some more things about it. First, we know that a 9 and an 8 go in here, and then the other pair is going to be 4 with 5 or 5 with 6. And the thing you'll note about that is 5 is always going into these cells, and so this is a 4 or a 6. But now we can take this extreme. 6 can't be the start of a 4-long series here. This has to be exactly 4, and so you can get this filled in pretty quickly. We actually now, from down below, knowing that the 6 has to go in here, can say that the 5, 6 is oriented that way. This is an 8, 9, forced from the digits we have. It actually puts in a 9 up top right away. We have an 8 coming across here. The 7 being placed puts in a 7, 9, puts in a 7 here, which means whatever's coming off this 8, it's not a 7, it's a 9, so it's not this one, it's this one. We didn't do this at the start, but these two 1s put a 1 in this cell, which means the 2's down here. That cancels the 2 option, forces this. The 2 6s to the right put in a 6. This can't have a 5, so we'll have a 7. That puts in this 3, puts in this 3, 4, 2 to finish the set. This can't be a 3, so it must be a 1. That moves 1, 2 over. Just moves 6, 7 over, puts in this 7, 6. We have 8 and 5 to finish the space. 8 can come over to this cell. 5 is going to be left in one of these. That 5 is forced down to the bottom here. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 finishing out the space. So we have two options like 2, 3, 4 in these cells, but this is actually more constraining, 3, 4 here. And remember, 1's going to go with 2, and 3's going to go with 4 in the space. So if this is 3, 4, this will also be 3, 4, and there's a 3 to the left here. So this is 4 with 3. It means this is 2 with 1. Last space then for a 1 is right there. We have 2 and 9 to finish this out. 9 has to be above, 2 down below. This can't be a 1, so it's with a 3. Finishing the space will be a 4 and a 7. So we've got the digit 7 as the last one here, puts in this 3. This is again 2, 3, 4, 5 with 2 of 3, 4, 5 as a split. Gives 5 and 6, puts in the 7. This is the last digit for a 2, which puts in a 2, which gives us an 8. So let's do the last 8, which gives us a 5, gives us a 5, gives us 3, 3, 6, 6, 4, 4, and 9, and we are through the puzzle. So hopefully you got something from this video, particularly all the different ways to get started. All these columns have some useful info. This column may be less so than the other two at the start, where this is just a 4, 8. But seeing how we fill in this whole space where you have to break apart 4, 5, 6 into 5 with 4 or 6. Once you know the cell is 4 or 6, it actually must be 4 and gives a whole column. So that kind of thinking is some of the advanced steps that the best solvers will apply in the hardest of consecutive Sudoku. In this case, it's maybe not required in the same way. I did it right at the start, but it's always helpful to see what the key krakens are and just take that surface level view of the whole puzzle before really diving into the Sudoku steps. So hopefully you got something from seeing how I approach this puzzle and learned some tips and tricks for the future. We'll see you again soon.